everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right folks, so for this video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the 4K picture for my latest pickup that I got for Furiosa. Now I just wanted to quickly say right at the start of the video here folks, if you hear a noise in the background, I do have a fan on. It's a very hot day today and I would not like to try and get through this video without a fan on, so apologies for that. But I'm hoping that my microphone won't pick it up too much, and even if it does, my voice will drown it out, hopefully. So apologies for that. So yes, Furiosa, as you can see, I have opted for the standard release. Now I know a lot of people out there will be wondering why did I not pick up the Steelbook edition. Well, it's very simple. The option wasn't there for me. Amazon UK weren't selling any. HMV don't ship to Ireland. Even locally over here, Golden Disc, they weren't selling any Steelbook editions. And the one that I wanted is on Amazon Italy, but unfortunately it's not coming out until December, and there was no way I was waiting until December to check out Furiosa. So that's why I opted for the standard release. But I have to tell you, it does come with a very beautiful looking slipcover. But look, I'll be taking you around and giving you a closer look. That will be coming up now in a few minutes. So as for the movie itself, it is an origin story based on the character Furiosa. Now, a lot of people out there were very disappointed, just like myself, when it was announced that Charlize Theron was not returning to the role of Furiosa, because she's the one that established that role. She excelled in it, and I was very disappointed. But having said that, Anya Taylor-Joy has done a wonderful job here. The biggest testament I can pay to her is there's elements in it where you actually think it is Charlize Theron. So don't let that put you off watching the movie, folks. She is quite fantastic in it. But I am starting to get a better understanding of why Charlize Theron did not want to return to the role, because I'm sure a lot of you are aware of it, but apparently her and Tom Hardy did not get on at all on the set of Fury Road. And not only that, but I think she was on record to say she felt very isolated on the set of Fury Road. So maybe, just maybe, she had a falling out with George Miller, and that's why she didn't want to come back. But it is a shame. It's heartbreaking to think that you might not see her in that role again, because she really was that good. Now, Chris Hemsworth. He's probably one of the real reasons to why you want to check this one out. I think this is hands down his best performance, and that's saying something, because that man has starred in some great movies. He's put in some great performances, but this one stands out for me. He plays the character Dementos. There's something about him. He can be very funny at times. He can be scary. There's a real presence to him. And the thing is, he looks like Chris Hemsworth, but he doesn't. He has a real strong Aussie accent. And as a matter of fact, Ellen was watching it with me, and she didn't even realize it was him. Like I said, fantastic, and one of the real reasons to why you want to check this one out. And then of course we have George Miller returning to direct. Of course, it wouldn't be kind of like a, I'm not going to say a Mad Max movie, but you know what I mean, a Wasteland movie, if George Miller wasn't directing it. There's only one man that can direct these kind of movies, and it is him. And he has done a wonderful job here. Now, is it as good as Fury Road? Absolutely not. But it is a solid sequel. It's close. It's not a million miles away. I think the biggest issue I had with it was, when you look at Fury Road, practically speaking, it looks absolutely amazing. Where this one kind of lends more to CGI. And I have to tell you, some of the CGI is not all that great. So it was the one little letdown to a very great movie. And I'm really looking forward to checking it out again. Now, the one thing I will say about this one as well is it just goes to show how things have changed now at the box office. Because, as you know, I'm sure a lot of you know, aware of this, it was a disappointment in the box office. I think it had around a weekend opener of around 45 million in the States. And I think it came out that maybe 7% of that was under the ages of 22 years old. It just goes to show the youngsters are just not interested. So, unfortunately, the movie inevitably failed at the box office. And chances are, this will probably be the last movie that we see based around the Mad Max universe, which is a real shame. Now, in terms of special features that you get inside this one, I think there's only around 3 featurettes. I haven't gotten around to checking them out. I don't even know what the running times are on them. But anything to do with Mad Max will always pique my interest, and I will be checking them out sometime in the near future. Right, so I'm going to take you around this release. I'm going to give you a look at it, and then I'm going to come back and quickly share my thoughts on the 4K transfer. So, yeah, here we go. Right, so here we go, Furiosa. So naturally there is a slipcover, nice high gloss finish on it as well. You've got Chris Hemsworth on the top, Anya Taylor-Joy in the middle, and then of course you got the title there. You'll also notice in the background you got a lot of vehicles, you know, motorbikes, cars, all that kind of stuff. There's quite a lot going on with this cover, but the one thing I love about it is the colour scheme. It represents the movie so well. Now the only downside is, and I know this will bother a lot of people, the ratings down the bottom, they're not stickers, they're actually part of the slipcover, unfortunately. So that is the main artwork. I'll take it down onto the spine of it, and right around to the back, and you will notice that you have the right up there of the movie. You've got the special features as well, and then of course your technical aspects down the bottom. So I'll take you in close and let's just have a look at those technical aspects. If you want to pause the picture, by all means do so. So yeah, that is the back of the slipcover. And when I take it out, it is the exact same again. So I'm not going to spend too much time with it. So it's the same artwork. The spine is the exact same and the back is the same as well. And then when I open it up, you have got your 4K disc. So there you have it, folks. That's just a quick look at this release of Furiosa. I actually really do like the artwork on this one. Right, so on to the 4K transfer. So I just wanted to say right at the start here, there's going to be no comparisons in this video because you don't get a Blu-ray with this release. So it can't be helped, unfortunately. So apologies for that. So with that said, what did I think of the 4K transfer? Well, it's quite simple. This is a reference quality disc. But look, we all knew that going into this, particularly if you've seen Fury Road on 4K. Now, there is one difference between both of those releases. Fury Road was a 4K upscale. Furiosa is a native 4K disc, and you can clearly see it. There is so much fine detail to see in abundance on this release. It is quite staggering at times. Just look at the sand. You can make out every single grain of sand. That is the kind of detail that I am talking about here. Now, there is similarities when it comes to Fury Road and Furiosa in terms of their transfers, and it's largely to do with the implementation of HDR. Both movies look incredibly vibrant, and colourly speaking, they look almost identical. Now, that brings me to my one little gripe that I have with this 4K transfer, is every time you see an explosion or a flame, I don't know, the HDR just looks a little bit aggressive, and the flames can kind of look somewhat animatish, just a little bit unnatural. But the fact that you see it on Fury Road and Furiosa makes me think that maybe it's a stylistic choice from George Miller, so I'm definitely willing to give it a pass. The black levels are beautifully deep and inky as we come to expect. There is so much depth to this picture, folks. I'm not kidding. It's one of those pictures where you feel like you can put your hand in your screen and just take anything out. It is quite convincing at times. Shadow detail looks amazing as well. Skin tones look incredibly healthy. Again, a lot of fine detail to be seen there as well. Clothing textures, interiors, exteriors of buildings, all of that kind of stuff. It is all top notch. The only thing I will say as well is, again, this has nothing to do with the 4K transfer, but the picture just looks so sharp that when you do see some of those dodgy CGI scenes, it really does stand out. But like I said, that has nothing to do with the 4K transfer. Folks, like I said, this is a reference quality disc. It's probably one of the best 4K transfers you're going to see this year, and I definitely recommend picking it up if you are a fan of it. Now, it also comes with a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, and surprise, surprise, it is reference quality, even though I have to admit, I had to turn my sound system up a couple of notches in this room, but once I did, it literally knocked the socks off me. There is just so much low-end bass, whether it's coming from motorbikes, cars, even the score of this movie, and it is going to rattle your room. Every single speaker is firing, and there is some amazing separation, and you need some great separation with your speakers because there's so many times where cars and bikes are zooming in and out of your sound space, and it is all handled very, very convincingly. And the dialogue is beautifully clean, centered, never gets drowned out by the heavier action sequences, and trust me folks, there's a lot in this movie. All in all, it's a spectacular sounding Dolby Atmos soundtrack with an equally spectacular 4K picture, and like I said, if you're a fan of this movie, you really need to pick up this 4K disc. It actually elevated my enjoyment of this movie. That's the biggest testament I can pay to it. So there you have it folks, that is my review, and as you can see, I am very, very happy with the results here. So there you have it. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could do, leave a comment down below, and please do share your thoughts on the actual movie itself. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.